Hello, and welcome to the Oak Magpie. This doll makeover is a collaboration with Skeriosities and our Patreon supporters. The collab theme is 80s punk. I didn't want to make a human punk, so I went with Monster High's Mouscedes King. Her tail was donated by Catherine Demew. To remove her hair, I'm going to cut it as short as possible. Then I'm going to use my clippers to get it even shorter. Heating her head with a heat gun makes the head squishy so that I can easily remove it from the neck peg. Using a dollar store acrylic nail removing tool, I can scrape out the remaining hair plugs and glue. My hemostats help pull out the more resistant glue and hair plugs. "100% acetone removes the factory face and head paint. This gives me a blank canvas to work on. I give her body a sanding so that the sealant has something to grip onto. I have to make sure that I sand every inch of her body. My punk girl needs some more piercings and a nose ring. I used a tiny hand drill to make a few new holes. Three coats of Mr. Super Clear sealant before we can start the face up. Here's the color palette I'm going to be using. I'm going to start her face up with a pink waterline and filling the white sclera using watercolor pencils. Black eyeshadow, black lips, pink cheeks, and pink inner ears using pan pastels. My next layer is more black eyeshadow, outlining the eyes with dark gray and drawing the irises where I want them. I'm repeating the process of layering pastels and watercolor pencils to achieve the eye look I want. I add white highlights to the places that light would naturally hit. This layer I use pastels to map out where I want her eyebrows, and then I use pencils for her eyelashes. A little gray watercolor pencil on her eyelid helps to give her eye dimension. Now the individual hairs go on her brows, and I define her lashes. I place the pupils where I want them, and then I detail her lips. This punk is getting some graphic neon makeup. I sketch out my design with a watercolor pencil. Once I'm happy with the placement, I use a Posca pen in a similar color to fill in the design. The Poscas go on quite opaque, so they are a nice base. Now I can paint the neon acrylic over the Posca pens. A super fast body blushing, a black manicure with my trusty Posca, I also added a glossy varnish to the top of the nails. I didn't think my mouse would have a boring old skin-colored tail, so it's getting a neon pink acrylic treatment. And now it's to the salon! With 100% acrylic yarn, I wind it on a plastic sheet to cut even strips. I'm going to be using neon pink, neon green, and black. I use the same wrapping technique for all the colors. I tie the strips around skewers using kind of a slip knot. Each strand is now unwoven and separated. The green was so tiny that I just went straight to the pet brush. The pet brush further loosens the strands. The brushing is preparing the yarn for my next step. What is the next step? Running a straightening iron over it. This makes it so straight and shiny. Ah, we have contamination. Okay, whew, it's gone. I cut and glue small sections onto a silicone mat. Once they are dry, I can peel them off and trim off the excess glue. Perfect hair wefts. I'm not patient, so I just use hot glue to attach the wefts to the head. Working my way around the head, trimming as I go. I will use an X-Acto blade to thin out the heavy areas of her hair, giving her a more shaggy, spiky look. Let's rehead this punky little girl. I decided I would challenge myself a little and make this a stock box pull, meaning I would only use supplies, dolls, and clothes that I already had. I have a ton of Monster High accessories, but I need them to be the right colors. Using my acrylic paint and my Posca pens, I was able to fit these accessories into my color palette. I had necklaces, earrings, bracelets, and belts to paint. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the makeover, putting them all together. Now that she's all dressed, I can put in her earrings and a chain that goes from her ear to her nose. I didn't forget to punk out her tail. With tacky glue and a pin, I put on her 3D lashes. And last but not least, glossing her eyes and her lips. So here's Mouscedes before, and here's after her punk makeover. I kept her name Mouscedes, I just spelled it a little bit different. It was just too perfect with our collab theme. A huge thank you to Carrie Ann at Skeriosities for hosting this Patreon collaboration. Be sure to check out her video for all of the collabers' awesome contributions. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe, and hit the bell button to be notified of any of my new uploads. Thanks for joining me on this doll makeover, and I'll see you next time.